everyone, I'm Megan, and today we're just gonna do a chill, makeup look, laid back, got my headphones in. I'm not listening to anything, just the mic's better here. As you can see, I've got a little pimple there, and my skin's actually cleared up some. I was smart, and I did a face mask at some point last week. I don't know when, but I did a poll on my Instagram story. You should follow me. All my social medias are always linked. To see if anyone was interested in me doing a chill makeup look. Soft glam, laid back, comfy. Today's May the 4th when I'm filming this, so May the 4th be with y'all. By the time this comes out, who knows? But anyway, we're gonna get started. So, most of the stuff I use is kind of expensive. There is always a cheaper alternative. I highly suggest e.l.f. for everything except the eyeshadow because I haven't tried it yet. But for eyeshadow, I highly suggest ColourPop if you're looking for nice bright colors. e.l.f. is always my go-to for a lot of things. I don't have a lot of it anymore because I got kind of low-key. No, I'm not rich at all. I got a little bit of money and I splurged on some things. So, a lot of my stuff isn't e.l.f. anymore, but if you would like a cheaper alternative, I highly suggest e.l.f. Their stuff's really good, 100% cruelty-free and vegan too, which is always good if you're looking for that kind of stuff. But I'm going to start off with a red-green primer. You can kind of tell what this says. I'll be honest, I still don't know if it actually does anything, but I like pretending it does. I'm just going to put this with my fingers because honestly, I'm not going to bother doing I don't even know where I'm going with this. I like doing concealer next. This is shade number 2, Merengue, in the Bright Future Concealer Collection from Sephora. If I can get it out. And, I have horrible bad circles. I really do. I do not sleep enough. Considering the fact that I have more time to sleep, I think I might be sleeping less. And there's a pimple. I think I'm sleeping less than when I had school, because being tired in school was really difficult for me. So, instead of staying up late anymore, I just found it easier to just go to bed. And that works for school, but now I've got no reason to get up, besides Mom dragging me out of bed. So, the next I'm going to do is my foundation. This is the e.l.f. Makeup foundation. I still don't know if I'm saying that name right. Anyway, it's online, custom. It's pretty expensive, but I got tired of not finding my shade because I am the type of pale where you can't find your shade, because the paler it gets, a lot of times it's yellow toned. And unfortunately for me, I happen to not be yellow toned. I am pink undertoned, which means finding my shade is incredibly difficult because everything makes me look orange. And orange is not really a color that looks good on me. Not as a foundation, at least. So I'm just gonna blend it all in. This was kind of a request. I was talking to one of my friends who said they would never be good at makeup. And I'm like, okay, well, if I could teach my sister makeup, maybe I can teach her makeup. So if anything, this is mainly for her. I don't really care too much how this does views-wise, because this is mainly a tutorial for her. A good tip is to get your eyelids, that way eyeshadow sticks better. I learned that a while ago, and I've decided to just start doing it today. Now, the nice thing about foundation is you can get it in many different consistencies. So I have a very light consistency. That way I can build more on if I want to. I did one pump because I like my foundation lighter. I don't really like it looking that cakey. Mine is more so to not even get rid of impurities, also blend into your neck. Blend into your neck. Because sis, if your neck and your face aren't matching, you're about to look like James Charles. And eyeshadow-wise, you want to look like James Charles. Foundation-wise, you do not want to look like James Charles. And I'm just going to put foundation all over my headphones, because why not? A very crucial part. Setting powder. Mine is from e.l.f. I've had this for a while. I should probably get a new one. So I like taking a big fluffy brush. I'm using my mini brush set because I've actually really been loving it. I like swirling it around the pan. I'll blow a little bit off, that way I don't cover myself in dust. Sweeping motions. Go with your face versus against it. It will look better. So like, what I mean by that is like, sweep under the eye, over the forehead, down your nose, across your, across by your chin area. Go with the shape of your face, not against it. I don't entirely know why, I just do it and it looks good. So, also set your neck a little bit and your ears. Wherever you put foundation, set it. And my complexion's looking a lot better now. Be careful around your nose area, that way you don't have too much, because you might have a case of dry but also oily and kind of pimply nose like I do. That's called having combination skin. And it makes your nose look not good, basically. Now, we're going to move on to eyes. Now, what I've noticed is that the three things that I've noticed are good color-wise, that works on the majority of people. Soft pinks, coppers, and like a little bit darker oranges, but soft oranges. Orange in general is a good color, and browns. Now, my friend, Mariana, happens to be the skin tone where most browns blend in with her, which means you can't see them at all. So this makeup look, we're not going to be using any browns, because I want her to actually be able to do this. So I'm going to go into my blood sugar palette. Now, if you would like a cheaper alternative, I suggest e.l.f. or ColourPop, or honestly LA Colors. LA Colors is slept on, honestly. It's, for the fact that it's dollar store, it's actually pretty good. I grew up on LA Colors until I had a job and started making some money, and I wanted to get more expensive stuff. Because this is a mini set, the brushes are mini. These two actually are with this set, and then these are from my giant Ulta palette. These brushes are actually really good, surprisingly. I know. Now, I like going in with a base coat color because I don't actually know if it does anything. I just see a lot of people do it and I just go with it. So, I forgot to bring over my mirror. That's why I'm using my Fenty highlighter. But, I'm going to go in with a shade that blends in with my eyelids, just as a base. Some people use white. It depends on what you're going for, honestly. I'm going to go in with Sugarcane, which is this right there. Yeah, really light brown. Almost skin tone. I know, I should probably just go with white, but I'm just going to go in with this brown. And I'm now realizing I didn't clean my brush well enough from the last makeup look, so there's a little bit of pink and orange on there. That's okay. I just clean on the go on my hand. It's going to get washed anyways. It'll be fine. Now, what I'm going to try and do with this makeup look is that it is 3 simple colors that you can do with anything. Base color that you put all over your eyelids. A sort of darker shade of a color, and then a lighter sparkly shade of a color. So today we're going to be using orange, and the color I would like to use will be Tongue Pop, right here. And then we're going to put that all in the crease, and then we're going to do the inside with Sweetener, which is like a shiny orange. And you can do that with anything. You could do it with like a darker pink on the outside and a lighter pink that's sparkly in the middle. Basically, there's 3 shades. Base, darker matte on the outer corner, inner sparkle. These are just what I like doing. You can do it with anything. So I'm going to take the same brush, put it in Tongue Pop, blow up a little bit so there isn't too much fallout. And I like starting middle right here and just going back and forth. And then we'll bring it out to the corner a little bit here. Now, a good way is to kind of blend it towards your brow bone so it's darker in the crease than it is. I'm going to go a little bit darker here. I like bringing it in a little bit, that way the sparkle is more concentrated inside than it is out. Now, I see a lot of YouTubers and beauty people line underneath, like put color there. I don't like how it looks on me. You can do that if you want. I just don't like how it looks. Now we're going to do that same thing on the other eye. I like starting towards the middle and rocking back and forth. Bring it towards the middle. Pull it out a little bit. So it kind of creates a little bit of a halo effect, actually. Now, one of the biggest things you need to be careful of, striving for perfection. That is one of my biggest faults. I always want both eyes to be perfect. I want them to be twins. The problem with that is they will never be perfect together. One will be one will be the other. You can get close, you can get very close, but they will never be identical. And that's something I still struggle with. Now make sure to blend out to the brow bone some, so that you have this nice little halo effect. See, this side already looks better. A lot of people have really good brushes and great tips on how to do this. You know, you can put some water on the brush and spray it so that you pick up the sparkles better. I just use my hands because honestly, that's the best result I've gotten out of it. So we're going to take Sweetener. I like using the middle finger. I think I can control it better. Now, each eye, it's going to be a different way because I can't do this for the other eye unless I switch hands, and it doesn't come out. So, swirl your finger around in the pan so you get a good amount of pigment. Now, start inner corner, sweep out. And use that to fill up all the space you have that doesn't already have that darker outer corner. So, I don't know if it's showing any, because I'll be honest, lighting isn't the best, and I also can't see with my eyes closed. Should have filmed yesterday, it was sunny. Now, for the other eye, swirl your finger again. You're going to have to do more of an upright approach versus the sideways So honestly, if you go upright for both, it's probably good. But same thing. Start inner corner, sweep out. And fill up the rest of the empty space. If you need to do a little bit like by the lash line, go on the tip of your finger. That's looking pretty good. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can take a little bit of a darker color. There isn't a darker orange in this palette, but I do like using, hang on, do on this side, cherry soda to kind of blend out a little bit more, make it a little bit darker. But today's a soft glam. We're going for a soft TikTok look. So right now, this is what it looks like. Now, I consider the eyeshadow part done. Using my e.l.f. blush palette. I personally like using the darker pink with the sparkle. I like mixing it. So you take this brush, just kind of dip into one, dip into the other, not too much, and smile. It helps. I like smiling, starting off here, swirling, and pulling it back. So it creates a little bit more of an airbrushed look. And it also makes it look a little bit more natural. Dip, dip. Swirl, and pull back. Now remember, you don't want too much blush. It's soft glam. Soft. You're not trying to be a Venetian lady. You don't need that much. Now, we're going to go on to highlighter, which is my favorite. Now, that's where this brush comes in handy. I like doing corner of my eye and highlighting the brow bone. Now, I'm going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty. There are plenty more affordable. If you have the money and you want to glow, highly suggest Fenty. I'm going to be using the Hustla Baby side because that is my favorite side. We've got, yeah, that's Mean Money, that's Hustla. You can tell which one I like more. I like to glow. Now, with this kind of like flat brush, or you can do an angled brush. That'll work as well. I think the flat brush works a little bit better. Small, quick little strokes. That way you get a good amount of highlight. And inner corner. The trick to this is to don't stab your eye, because you will cry. And look at that shine. That's the other side. I know a lot of people have said, hey, put white in the corner because you look more alive and more awake. And yes, that's true, but I like doing highlighter a little bit more. I think it stands out a little bit better. Now, for this, you'll want to kind of put more so on the tip. Then you can go right under your eyebrow and right above that color. Now, for the next, yes, you can use a brush, but I found my fingers work so much better. So we're going to swirl in the pan again. I like highlighting my nose. I think it looks good. Nice little shine, a little bit of bridge. I don't like connecting the tip and the bridge. I don't know why. I just don't think it looks as good on me. Swirl again. Now, you want to follow your blush and your cheekbone. Blush, by the way, it should be up streaks. You also want to, I like starting corner of my eyebrow and sweeping down to, like if you were looking forward, right to where it ends. I also like hooking it a little bit more. And man, that looks fantastic. I put on a lot of highlighter because I love how highlighter looks. Make sure you kind of blend that out too. Oh my god, that looks really good here. Sorry. Now, the other side is going to be more challenging. You also have to kind of angle yourself better. That looks great. Kind of buff it out because you don't want harsh lines. You're looking for a soft look. You're not trying to be hardcore, man. I also like doing my lips a little bit. I don't think it does anything. I just like how it looks. Put a little bit on her forehead. Because I like glowing, sis. I do. Oh my god, the shine looks so good. Next, I'm going to do mascara. This is organic wear. I don't know what brand it is. I don't really know how expensive it is. But you can get stuff at the dollar store that works just as fine. You know, LA Colors, Wet n Wild. I'm not going to put too much mascara on today just because soft glam, you know? Now I'm going to use an old mascara wand, and you can use a spoolie if you have one. I don't. I just use an old mascara wand. I don't even remember the brand. I don't even know if there was a brand. I don't even know where I got it from. And use it the same way as you would mascara. It just declumps it. And it also separates the lashes. That way they don't stick together. There will not be any spider eyelashes on my channel, sis. Nope. Go. Now we can do now for lips. It's really up to you what you're into. You can do light lipstick, you can do lip gloss, you can do kind of like a tinted gloss. I'm going to be using this Tarte lipstick in the shade Holly because it doesn't really look like a lipstick. It looks more like it's like lipstick shaped. It's lipstick form, but it comes more off as a glossy tint. Here, I'll just put it on and show you. It's very subtle, but it brings the look together. I got this as a gift. It was a set. The other one is nude. I don't like that shade as much. Holly looks really good though. I don't know how much it was, but Tarte Cosmetics is pretty affordable as far as I know. But yeah, you don't have to do color. I like doing a little bit of color because I think it ties it in really nicely. But that is all for the soft glam makeup look today. I'm not sponsored by anything, as usual. If you are interested in getting any, just comment and I will let you know where it is. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it and enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.